Hi, I'm Suzanne Brume. I am a Nigerian American, consistent AWEC mentor. I work with E&Y. I'm a partner in our business consulting practices, working with businesses to pretty much improve and operate more efficiently. So what are some of the insights and patterns I've noticed? So I've noticed a difference in the quality of candidates that we've actually been getting throughout the program. We were joking yesterday that in the first cohort, we had like 20 mentees, I think each mentor 10 and then 10. So we've gone across a journey where there's now like 5 mentees across the year, and then I can build a much stronger relationship with each of those mentees, understand their businesses more, but also they get more attention and more quality, like they become more quality focused throughout the program. So I've noticed even just the journey of how they think about their businesses, right? From the first AWEC cohort up until now, them actually thinking about their businesses as full-on businesses, not just as an idea or something that they could easily drop. So I've noticed that pattern going across. But also on the insights front, I must say, like, the quality even just of like the program itself has grown like exponentially. Things like, as a mentor, just getting information on a daily basis of what I need to do, what's prepared for me, where I need to go to check something out, what my mentees are actually going through so I can follow what they're doing. Like, I've seen that progression as well. And it helps me also have more insight into like what the AWEC program actually is doing with each of the candidates in the cohort. So what I wish more Pan-African women entrepreneurs would do more of is, first of all, believe in themselves. I think this is just standard for us as African women in general. We have imposter syndrome, but we also don't always have the confidence that when we go out and we start a business, that is actually a business. Because sometimes people interact with us like our businesses are hobbies, right? And not full-on businesses with plans and goals and sort of processes around them. So I actually wish that more women will, yes, have that confidence, but actually implement those things in their business as well. Think about your business as a business and treat it that way. Put all of the things in place around it, even if you don't think it's big enough. Like, build a plan around it, build your financial goals. Think about your finances as like financials of a business, not as a hobby. So I do actually really do think, I really do wish more African women like thought that way. Like, I'm confident in my business, it's a business, I'm gonna treat it as a business. So I keep coming back to AWEC and I keep campaigning for AWEC, also within EY, because for me, I believe it's a two-way street, right? I'm getting so much out of this, not just, a lot of people feel like, oh, I'm giving, but I'm getting so much out of this as well. I told the story earlier of how I have folks, even from cohort 1, reaching out and saying, well, this thing we talked about, I've implemented, and it took me a couple of years to see, but I'm seeing this and this in my business today, right? So for me, that journey of just seeing businesses grow, and not just seeing them grow, but seeing like businesses of my people and my community grow. I see myself in these women. Like, for me, that's exponential. Like, I can't quantify that, right? How I even got into like wanting to work with entrepreneurs in the first place was that I worked with the Endeavor program, which is a full circle but funny. I worked with an entrepreneur in the Endeavor program in Chile for 2 months back in like 2016 or something. And it gave me so much visibility into like what it takes for a small business to grow and be successful. However, I was like, this is great, and I do it for any emerging market, is wonderful. But like, I've grown up with so many women entrepreneurs here on the continent. I'm like, why can't I do it here? Right? So when Karen had reached out coincidentally saying like, oh, we're starting this organization, we're looking for ways to partner, it just made absolute sense to me, because I see myself, my sisters, my mothers, my cousins in these women. And so that's what keeps bringing me back, because it's an investment in my community, but it's also like women that are also giving me back as well. So one thing I've noticed with most African businesses is we tend to overcomplicate things, because our experience of business is what we see on TV. We see Meta, because apparently I should stop calling it Facebook, Google, Twitter. And when we think about data, we think about all these fancy charts and everything, right? But if you personalize data for any business, small or large, it's about like, what do I actually know about my business and what do I know about my customers? And so for African women entrepreneurs, the major thing that I always want to impart is you actually have much more data available to you than you think that you do, right? It's about capturing the data, because sometimes we have it, but we don't actually like consolidate it, right? So it's about capturing that data and actually using it to make decisions on a daily basis. And when I talk about data, I'm not talking about some magic in the sky, right? Who are the people that are buying from you? You have a product. What like age group are they? What do they like to buy? What do you know about them? And that can actually help you like facilitate what other products can I sell to them? Or how can I change my business to make it more applicable to the customers that I do want to reach, because maybe those ones are not actually benefiting from my business today. So in simple terms, I'm always like, data is what you know about your business, what you're doing or you're not doing, right? So it's about capturing the data, about consolidating the data and actually just being able to make decisions on it. Do not overcomplicate data. That's my general message in life, right? It's not, no fancy organization or anything has to do anything for you. It's about capturing what you have today. Excel spreadsheets or even just paper. Like a customer walks into your shop and you're able to capture their name, their phone number. That is data that you can do something with, right? So simplifying the data and being able to make decisions on it.